My name is Igor Araujo. I live in South Florida. I'm a videographer full time, and I'm 36 years old.
Perfect. And can you tell me a little bit about some of the things that you were struggling with before you joined my program here at BodyHD Fitness?
Yeah, absolutely. With age, as I got older, I noticed that it was just more difficult for me to lose my mid-session weight, and I was retaining more water, and it got really bad after I had my baby, my first baby. I just gained a ton of weight super fast, and I've never been that big before. And that's when I thought I hit a tipping point where I had to do something about it, because now I'm just fighting against time. I need to start taking care of myself now, so I'm in a better place later on in life.
What made you join the program?
Um, I just I've been following you, for like years now, like probably like almost a decade. I just know that the way that you teach your students how to approach diet is the way that works. I've seen other trainers online, and none of them really like get as specific as far as science goes, like you do on your videos. And that's what, had me not even think twice before joining your program.
And how much were you weighing at when you started, and then where are you now? Like, what's some of those results?
So I think I've been with the program now for a while, like 2 months and a half or so, something like that. Before I started, I was 206. That's the heaviest I've gotten, like ever. And this morning, when I weighted myself, I was weighing at 184.
That's perfect. And that's a great job. And what's some of the things that you learned so far being in the program and seeing that you lost so much weight?
Yeah, it's this whole new approach on how to look at food and how to really dissect what you put in your mouth. Like the program kind of like switches the wires in your brain to look at food differently. So like you can't just like eat bad food anymore in this program. You can't, like, it just doesn't, like, your brain doesn't allow it. Like you don't look at chips anymore. You don't look at like fast food anymore. Like it's just like the program does something to your brain where like it just removes the desire to have like ultra processed foods. Um, the best thing really that I learned was counting macros. Like I had no idea how to do it before. I had an idea, but now I know. And even if, because before, like I was like, how can you track foods if they're not packaged in a way where you can just leave the label in the back? But now I know how to like weight my food. I use my fitness pal religiously, and it's just the best tool there is to tracking it, on a daily basis. And yeah, exercising is important, and I've always been a fan of like going to the gym, but nothing compares to the difference that I see now after I started counting my macros.
And I know that you've been traveling a couple times, also having a couple of holiday events and parties and get-togethers. What's some of the things that you did back then versus now?
Yes, like before, it was just a total disregard of what are you eating. Like you would just eat stuff. I would just eat stuff because it was tasty. And even if I was full, I would have like a second or third plate after, just because I know it tasted so good. And not worry about feeling full and fatigued and crappy like later on that day. That just like it wasn't something I was worried about. But now I'm like conscious of not only of what I eat when I'm traveling, but of how much I eat. And I know how to eat in a way where I'm full. Like I can, like, if I'm really hungry, I'll add more greens or more legumes and be full. Like still eat a lot, but I won't feel crappy after it.
That's good. That's good. And then, can if someone's watching this video right now, I mean, what would you tell them if they were on the fence?
I mean, if they got to this point, it's because they've been doing research and they've been looking around online for the perfect coach and the perfect program. And if they got to this point in the video, and if they're worried about, you know, the outcome, all I have to say is that this is exactly what you're looking for. You know, if you got to this point, this is it. Like, you shouldn't look anywhere else, because if you want results, and if you want results fast, and if you need a program that's going to rewire your brain in a way where you look at food differently, this is the only program that will do that to you.
And what's any special thanks that you want to give out?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like, the whole team with BodyHD Fitness have been super helpful. Obviously, you know, I've learned so much from you, straight up, like, as far as like food and dieting. Like, before I met you, I was still eating chicken. I was eating a lot of ultra processed foods. Like, now I'm just down to like eating fish here and there, but my whole diet is like, I would say like 85 to 90% vegan now. And I know what I make and what I eat is delicious. I don't miss, you know, whatever I ate before. I know that now I eat better than what I ate before. And I you know, all this is thanks to you, man. Like, I've learned a lot, you know, like, really have.
That's good. That's great to hear, man. And hey, I just want to say thank you for sharing your story. I know we still have more weight to lose. We're almost there, but the great news is that you're actually at a good body fat percentage. So you're definitely like a lot healthier from where you were before, because I believe when you started, you're like somewhere around like 17-18% body fat. Now you're in that 15% body fat range, and it's only going lower from where we're at, almost at 14%. So just keep up the great work, and then I'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right, man. Appreciate it.